up? As you see in the title, this video is a preview for the Ring of Honor show at the Hammerstein Ballroom that's coming up this Saturday, and this show definitely has a big hype feel behind it. It's definitely one of those top cards that this show has the potential to be one of those best Ring of Honor shows of all time. One thing that I like most about this is the full lineup is already given out, and from top to bottom we already know the order of the matches. And another thing that I think that's very looked away from this is that each match on the match card is giving a time limit, so that has a feeling that possibly one of these matches could potentially go to a draw, because it hasn't been a draw in Ring of Honor in a long time. First up, the first match that will start the show. This just shows you how stacked this show is. The first match is going to be the FIP Heavyweight Title three-way match with Shiozaki versus Roderick Strong versus Erick Stevens. And this is going to be probably an incredible match, good back and forth action. This is going to be one of those matches I'll say is best for starting the show off with. There's another match I could have said that could have maybe started the show off with, but I understand why they're not doing it, because that match is the only one on this whole card that looks pretty weak, and that's the third match on the card. So this match definitely starting to show off with. This could be a good match. And the thing about this show is I think all these performers are going to try their best to go out here and give it 110%, and all these matches have the potential to be the match of the night. I mean, I could see a few of these being like that, even though I have a personal one that I'm looking forward to, but I'll talk about that when I get to that. And another thing about this show that's going to be very special is this is my first Ring of Honor show going to live, so no matter what, this show is going to have special meaning behind it due to the fact it's my first Ring of Honor show, and I've been a fan of Ring of Honor for a long time. This is finally the first time I'll be able to see the product live, so that's one thing I definitely can't wait for this Saturday. And definitely the crowd is going to be very intense and electric in the Hammerstein Ballroom. It's going to be their debut in the Hammerstein Ballroom. Definitely this is going to be an incredible show. Second match will be the No Remorse Corps of Davey Richards and Rocky Romero versus Kevin Steen and El Generico, in a match that I think is the #1 contenders for the tag titles, whoever wins this. And most likely you'll probably see Kevin Steen and El Generico win this, because I think they're long overdue for having a tag team title run in Ring of Honor, and I think they definitely deserve it, and I think they could be very good champions. And as soon as Mark Briscoe comes off of his injury, that will place back into it of the Briscoes versus Kevin Steen and El Generico feud part 2. They could possibly, have another ladder war in the future, or just have incredible matches like they did all the time, from their pay-per-view matches to their Boston Street Fight to their ladder war. And definitely I'd like to see those teams in a match again in the future. The third match this is the only one that's looking pretty weak, but I kind of understand why you have to have at least one weak match on this card, because you have to have a cool-down moment of the show. This is going to be one of those. It's the Vulture squad of Jigsaw and Jack Evans versus Sweet and Sour Incorporated of Brent, Albright, and Chris Hero versus Delirious and Pelle Primeua. Definitely, this has potential to have some decent stuff in it, but it's going to be one of those matches that's going to be very forgettable after the show ends. Then next up, this is the match that I'm looking most forward to, and this, in my opinion, has the potential of being the match of the night, if not this, the world title match. And this match is going to be a Final Battle 2005 rematch with Naomichi Marufuji versus Bryan Danielson. And this is going to be an incredible match between Bryan Danielson and Marufuji. This is going to be very good. Since the last time they fought each other, which was at Final Battle 2005, Marufuji wasn't to the level he is now, so this match has the potential to be great. And anyone that's seen the Marufuji and Nigel McGuinness match from Glory by Honor 5 Night 2, this match has the potential to be that great. I could see this being the show stealer, even though I don't know if it should be called the show stealer, because I think a lot of people are expecting this match to be that great. And if the world title match doesn't end in a draw, I could almost see this going to the 45-minute time limit draw, or very close to it. Then after that's the intermission break, and then coming back from intermission, they're going to have the Necro Butcher versus Takeshi Morishima. This is going to be just a battle of two monsters in Ring of Honor, and this is going to be just the out-and-out brawl. But I could see this match having potential to be pretty good. I know some people that are fans of the hardcore aspect might say this match to them is somewhat of a dream match. It's going to be very stiff and probably very enjoyable. Do I see it being as good as the Manhattan 2 match with Danielson and Morishima? I don't see it being that good, but you know, I could be surprised. I'm not a huge fan of Necro Butcher, but possibly maybe in this match, Morishima and him could deliver that good of a match. I know it's going to be brutal and a lot of good hardcore stuff involved in here. Then up next is going to be the tag team title match with Jay Briscoe teaming up with Austin Aries versus the Age of the Fall of Tyler Black and Jimmy Jacobs. And this is just going to be very good. This is going to be a no DQ match, which I think is the best thing to do with this with these teams. And obviously, a lot of people are expecting a swerve in this match, expecting Austin Aries to turn on Jay Briscoe and join the Age of the Fall. I can somewhat see it happen and somewhat cannot see it happen because it's looking so obvious that's the route they could almost go that I don't think they're going to do that. Then announced in the newest Ring of Honor newswire from the Ring of Honor message boards last night, it said that Lacey will not be at this show, but Daisy Hayes will be here. So maybe they're going to do something with Lacey coming out here. And oh yeah, one other thing that could be very good earlier in the night, that the one match that looks very weak, which is that three-team match that's going to be kind of like a spot fest with Jack Evans and Jigsaw versus Sweet and Sour Incorporated versus Delirious and Pelle Primeua. I see a potential Ring of Honor debut of the Blackout faction in here with Eddie Kingston being involved and Ruckus choosing sides, possibly a Vulture Squad versus Blackout feud, because it looks like they might go that route, or at least sometime in the future that could be something they could do. And definitely this Jimmy Jacobs and Lacey saga just keeps getting better and better. Who would have thunk it, after Dan Moff suffered a car accident in 2005, that this whole Jimmy Jacobs and Lacey saga, I don't know if they ever planned it to happen or did it happen on accident, because it just happened on accident that BJ Whitmer and Jimmy Jacobs teamed up. Then after that, they did the whole Lacey's Angels thing. Then the incredible 15-month feud with BJ Whitmer that ended in a brutal steel cage match and brawl. Same within the feud. At the same time, Jimmy Jacobs was feuding with Colt Cabana, which Colt Cabana got with Lacey, and then now finally Jimmy Jacobs has gotten Lacey, but now Austin Aries has gotten her to go with him instead. So this feud is going to be very intense, and I cannot wait to see them to take on each other. Tyler Black is an extremely good talent, and I think Jay Briscoe has the potential to be a good singles wrestler. Out of the two, I would say out of him and Mark, he's obviously the one that seems like he could be a singles competitor, but that's not taking anything away from Mark Briscoe, because he is a good wrestler too. I just think Jay has more of the wrestling skills around him more than Mark Briscoe. Then the main event is going to be Claudio Castagnoli versus Nigel McGuinness for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight title. This match is going to be very good. I've been liking the build for this match. And the one thing I do got to say about Ring of Honor, they've, especially through the internet and through YouTube, they've been doing a very good job of promoting themselves and showing good storylines. With showing the Jimmy Jacobs and Lacey saga in the video wire is very good. Building up this match with Castagnoli and McGuinness, very good. Making it seem like it's going to be, it definitely feels like it's one of those big match situations, and it definitely seems like Claudio Castagnoli possibly could win the World Heavyweight title, which a few months ago, could I say that he could be the one beating Nigel? I can't see it, but They built them up in a good way where I see it happening, but I don't see it happening at the Hammerstein Ballroom. I see it happening in the future, possibly sometime later in the summer or later this year. But definitely I see a very good match series between Claudio Castagnoli and Nigel McGuinness that's going to start this Saturday. And don't know if it's going to go the full 60 minutes, but if it does, I see these two having an incredible match. This show has the potential to be one of the best Ring of Honor shows of all time, and I would say anyone that's living in the New York area, if you haven't checked out Ring of Honor and you live in the area, there's probably still going to be tickets at the door. So I would just say, it's very cheap, and if you're in the area, it's definitely even more worth your while to go, because definitely this has potential to be one of those shows that people will be talking about, and I think the atmosphere of the crowd is going to be electric. And overall, I definitely cannot wait